All right. Well, I'm not going to say we were just recording for 20 minutes or not recording for 20 minutes, and I realized it, but it is 4:20, so forgive me. Linden Project, episode 3. Here we are. You'll
Oh,
notice something's different.
boy's finally here, man.
Yep, he's finally here. He's the official first guest on his own show, so that's fire. Um, yeah, we got a great show. First, we're going to talk NBA. And then we're gonna just talk bullshit for a little while. I hear there was a certain musical song that was released today that caused a ripple in the
There may have been two.
oh
There was
oh
an AI one.
oh
Yeah.
okay, well, all right. Two songs. So we're gonna look at a lot of stuff today. We're gonna start with the NBA. We're finally in the playoffs. Finally there. The play-ins are done. We have the real teams playing some real series. So we'll look at the first game today. I believe it was the Cavaliers and the Magic, right?
Yep. And the Sixers and the Knicks just wrapped up about 20 minutes ago.
Perfect. Yep, we got the Nuggets Lakers on now. What's the score? Did you see it?
No, last time I checked, the Lakers were up by 7.
God damn.
But
Okay,
I don't
didn't
know.
didn't expect that. I mean, I guess I should expect that. But yeah, Cavaliers won. Um, the
The Knicks won, I believe.
the
Yeah, the
Knicks
Knicks won.
won. Yes. So they're both up one game, which is, I mean, the Cavaliers I expected. Uh, I think that team has great chemistry. I believe I said that last episode. Don't quote me. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that team being good. Did you watch the game? I didn't actually get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, I watched it. Donovan Mitchell had himself a game. He had about 30 points. He barely had any assists, but I think that was necessary.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of the center of that team right now.
Yeah,
Like he's the focus.
for sure. I mean, everybody in the first quarter was hitting threes, and I think that got them off to a really good start. And I don't know. It was a defensive game for sure though. I think the score was below both teams scored below 100 points. So
Oh, I mean, I feel like the score is always lower in the playoffs. People play a little bit more defense come playoffs.
for sure. For
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
People that don't play defense in the playoffs. That's what we need.
Yeah,
That's
very
what we
true.
need.
Very true. All right, let me pull up the score. So yeah, the Cavaliers ended up winning 97 to 83. Benji, get out of here. You don't know anything about basketball. All right, yeah, Cavaliers won 97 to 83. Let's see what was the other game? It was the
Knicks,
oh oh
Sixers.
no, in the Timberwolves and the Suns.
Oh yeah, I watched that one too. Oh my God, Anthony Edwards went off. Anthony Edwards went off.
Oh, he went.
I don't know.
Oh,
Don't quote me on this, but I think
hold on.
in a
Wait, wait,
quarter he
wait,
had
wait.
like 19 points, something crazy.
19 points
In a quarter, one of the
in a
quarters.
quarter. Oh
Him and
no.
him and KD were going back and forth, and I don't mean like scoring wise. I mean like talking. They were
Oh,
chirping back and forth, and Anthony Edwards just seemed like he kept coming up and hitting threes. He had one on KD that was crazy.
damn, he had 33 points too. Holy shit. They blew him out 120 to 95.
Yeah, the thing with that team is defense too. Like the Suns, they can play defense, but like I don't know. I don't know.
My so when same thing I was saying earlier though, like when we were talking about the Mavericks when we weren't recording, the Suns that when that team like got formed and like KD went there, I was like, "Oh shit, like that could be a crazy team." And especially Bradley Beal too. And
Is
then like
KD the best like NBA player to form super teams? Because he like even though they're not winning, like they haven't. I mean, other than like Golden State, they haven't won a championship.
yeah,
Since he
no,
hasn't won
for
a
sure.
championship since
I
he has to
think
be the best at like finding because he has a say in it. He has to. He
of
has to
course.
go there and be like, hey, go get Beal. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if you talk about like super teams, like the real super teams, I feel like he's low key a part of like three of the top five.
Gotta
They
be.
might not have won a lot of games, but like three of the top five super teams. And if you're not judging by like how good they were at the time, and you're just judging like how good of a player it was overall, his Suns team, I mean not Suns, Thunder team, when it was him, Harden, and Westbrook,
But that one's like he didn't form that. They formed that.
that's
That
what
one
I'm
was
saying.
crazy.
But
That was yeah. That one
maybe
was
because
crazy.
that was the first one and it came so naturally,
Hmm.
that's why he forms them all. all the time. Like that's what he does.
Yeah,
That's
honestly,
all he
he
knows
could
is
fit.
super
He knows he
team.
could fit with anybody. He just wants to play basketball at the end of the day, though,
Yeah,
and he
that's
wants to
true.
win.
He is like
What
he's
is
just
the
weirdly
score?
shapen too. KD.
Yep.
He's like when I see pictures of him, like when I watch him play basketball, it makes sense. But then I see a picture of him and I'm like, why? Like what? Nothing about him looks right. You know what I mean? It's the same thing when I see Wemby. When I see that man any
Bro,
like next to
bro,
anybody, when he
bro,
did that dunk and Derek White was like running alongside him,
bro. You
he
don't
made Derek
understand.
White look like a fourth grader.
I you so Derek White is what, like 6'4", six
Six
three, six
four,
four.
6'4".
I I'm like 5'8", right? I
Mm-hmm.
work at the Garden. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sometimes you get to work on the floor and you
Uh-huh.
gotta come out their tunnel. I came out their tunnel. He signed autographs,
No fucking wait, you
bro.
stood next to him?
Yeah, I've stood next to like just being there. Like, bro, I have a picture
Dude.
somewhere. I'll send it to you. Probably put it on the screen whenever we drop
Yes,
this.
yes.
But like, I have a picture of me behind like Ice Cube. Like I'm sitting on the steps because I'm working the floor, so I'm working the stairs to the floor. Ice Cube's in front of me with his son.
Oh my
O'Shea
god.
Brissett on the Celtics. He actually he ran by them because Ice Cube and his son's real name is O'Shea,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes, "My name's O'Shea too." And I actually posted that on Twitter, and O'Shea retweeted it, and I got a bunch of new followers on Twitter off that.
Oh damn,
So it
that's
was pretty dope.
crazy.
And I seen the picture on like I think O'Shea's or Ice Cube somebody's Instagram, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I screenshotted it. I have it somewhere in my phone.
Yeah, you
Shit was
gotta
fire.
find that.
Shit
That's
was fire.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
And 50 Cent was right across, actually. 50
Oh
Cent
no
was
way.
directly across from them
Bro,
in
for
that
some
game.
reason I just feel like if I walked by 50 Cent, he would stop his day to make fun of me.
I don't know.
No, not just like me
I mean, you
personally.
got tattoos, right? So you might be able to be like Baby Tommy in the Power series. So shit.
I mean maybe.
Hmm. Never know. I don't think he'll make fun of you though.
I don't know, man.
He
It's
might.
something about him. I just feel like he would look at me and he'd be like, "I have a joke for you."
He might. Never mind. He might. He
Like
might.
I
He
have
might.
one, and he's the kind of guy who's just gonna like
Because he's been
he
going in
yo
on
he goes.
Diddy like badly.
All right, we could talk about that later. We could talk about that
Oh, I
later.
don't even like. But, yeah.
Because that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing. Especially, he is like maybe the most. I don't know if he's intentional with it, but maybe the most like unintentionally funny human being
Oh
ever.
no, he's very. He has to be intentional.
It has to be right.
Yeah,
Like,
he's very intentional. Somebody said that they were on set one day during like shooting Power, and like I think he said something like they was so serious in it, and I think when everybody like calmed down, they were like cut. They started looking at their phones and they seen that 50 Cent had posted like he was beefing with somebody. He posted something on Instagram about the beef, but they were shooting, and it's like, when did you find time in between takes or whenever you something popped into your head and you said, "I'm gonna throw this out real quick." Like
bro,
he's diabolical.
it's crazy to be beefing in the middle of like filming the show you created.
Bro.
Did you see that thing where somebody posted? They were like, he built that huge new studio, and they were like, "Yo, he's the male Tyler Perry."
He posted it too. I
Bro,
don't know if he's seen that though, because he just shared it without like saying anything. But
that
he
shit's
posted that too.
fucking crazy.
That's
Like
fucked up. I
the
love Tyler Perry. Shout out Tyler Perry.
yeah, Tyler Perry. How many movies has he made?
A
I'll look
lot.
that up in a second.
Nah, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
You won't even get the exact number because then you can take into account like the stage plays, which back in the day, the reason I know who Tyler Perry is my aunt used to watch the stage plays on like DVD. So yeah,
What?
that's
I
where
didn't
Medea
even.
comes from. Medea comes from a stage play,
Oh, it's like a play,
and then
and
they
he
they
made it into
eventually
movies.
turned it into a movie. Yeah,
Dude, that's actually crazy. I
that's how
didn't
he's
know
a
that.
billionaire. Like he started from the
Yeah, I know.
bottom.
I know he's a Billy. Like, I know he got that Billy.
Some say it took him wearing a dress to get it, but I don't know. He wore the dress for a while.
Yo, low key, you give me $1 billion, I'll put a dress on right now.
I don't know if I could. I don't know.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
I don't know.
I'm already balding.
I
Like
mean,
I
like
couldn't embarrass myself much more than I do already. Like, bro, I'll put that dress on for a Billy. Are you serious?
I don't think so. I think for people, I don't even think they're offering a Billy to everybody. I think they're offering a couple million though, because there's a lot of rappers that have worn dresses over the years, and I don't know. It's
If you
whatever. You can wear a dress if you want to, but
yeah,
don't shit. I
if you
don't know.
know if you need a totally anonymous man to wear a dress, like, bro, I got you. It's a milli though, at least $1 million at least.
Yeah. If you're like if you like wearing dresses, wear them. But like I don't know. Don't I wouldn't wear a dress for a Billy. I mean, nah, fuck that. I probably would.
For a
That's a
Billy,
billion fucking
bro,
dollars.
$1 billion? That's insane.
I'll probably pay like two to 10 million to get that picture.
But like, why would you care?
Why does it take a dress to get a Billy though?
Why is it that easy? You're right.
Because like they I remember they used to say it takes you gotta like sacrifice
Okay, yeah.
people.
If you're telling me I gotta sell my soul and like, all right, I'm just gonna say this right now. If you're telling me I gotta go hang out with P Diddy, let me just say it that way, and like if that's what you're saying, nah, I'm not down with that. Like, no, it's just no thanks. I'm sure, obviously, people wanted to do it. People were down with it. You know what I mean? That's cool, but no thanks.
I want to think of who the actor. No, it wasn't. He didn't say it about Diddy actually, so I
But
can't even say it.
if you told me like
He said
you
Diddy.
have to put on a dress and we're gonna put you in a movie and you're gonna wear a dress and we're gonna give you a couple $1 million
That's
for that,
different. I'll do it.
I'll do it right now.
Nah, I'll do it for because I like Big Mama's House and I like Tyler Perry movies. So if they said like when they did Big Mama's House, the dude like number three, they had a different son than the one that played the son in the rest of them. And like after he did it, he said he got people started shunning him, people started looking at him differently, and he kind of like it seemed like he was going crazy after it, and then he snapped
Hmm.
back. He
Okay.
snapped back,
I
but
really
like
love the snapback.
it was like what the hell? It's
Yeah.
I forgot Brandon T. Jackson. That was the
Brandon T.
dude who
Jackson.
played it. He was in another movie. I can't think of it right now because it's 420 and I'm
Yeah.
inebriated. But
Inebriated. Oh,
yeah,
inebriated is crazy. That's crazy.
I relaxed on smoking as much as I used to. So, but like it's somebody
Oh,
said it's
facts.
weed's birthday, so
It is.
celebrating.
It is Weed's birthday. Um. Oh yeah, basketball. And the Knicks won. The Knicks won by 7, so they beat the Sixers.
This is an
Um.
interesting playoff.
It is. Even looking at the teams in the playoffs, it's pretty interesting. Like
The Magic in the playoffs is crazy. The Pacers in the playoffs
the
is crazy.
Timberwolves.
Not the players, but like the team name. Seeing that in the playoffs again is like whoa. It's been a while.
Yeah. I mean, even the Thunder, honestly.
Yeah, the Thunder crazy, but they're nice.
Yeah,
The
they're a good
Timberwolves
team. All
are
right.
nice.
Now let's look at the East. This is going to be way more interesting, I feel. I feel like the East honestly is going to be more interesting. I mean, obviously, you know why we're here.
Mhm.
So the Celtics and the Heat. First of all, I did say in the last episode that the only way those teams would see us is in the conference finals.
Who was the first team you said? Somebody in the Heat?
The Sixers and the Heat, because they
Oh
were playing in the first play-in game.
yeah,
But I'm dumb and forgot that whoever lost that
yeah.
play-in game had a chance to play the Celtics in the first round, which the Heat did. So we're playing the Heat in the first round. Hilarious.
Yeah, and like so, everybody's saying Jimmy Butler's out, but I'm gonna just say that
No way, he'll play.
no, I mean he has a sprained MCL though, so that's our
Oh,
meniscus, whatever. I don't know something. He has something that's one of
his
them
knee,
things is
his
sprained.
knee.
He didn't play in the last playing game, which was elimination game. But I don't know. As far as like an hour ago when I checked their Twitter, they had not listed him out, and I know before the playing game they ruled out Terry Rozier and Jimmy Butler, and today they only ruled out Terry Rozier.
Okay.
I'm not really like worried about
I'm
that though. I
honestly,
think
I'm
our
not.
team's really good.
Yeah, I
So
think I said it last episode, and I'll say it again. There might be a team who can bring us to a 7 game, like a game 7, but I don't think there's a team that can beat us in a 7 game
it's
series.
good to see the Heat when you're fresh. We had like a
Yeah,
week off. The starters had a week plus off because they sat out the last
right,
2 3 games, two
right.
and a half games. So we should
I think
be
if
fresher,
anything,
but we might not have rhythm. That's the only thing I'm worried about for tomorrow. Well,
yeah, game
game
one,
one.
game
'Cause
one might be rough. I feel like game one could be rough just because obviously they've had a time off for the first time in like what 7 months or whatever.
since the All Star break,
Oh yeah, since the All Star break, so a couple months. But
I mean, like I'm hanging my hat on the fact that we have not lost 3 games in a row all season, and every time we lose 2 in a row, we go on a little streak. So
wait, we haven't lost 3 games in a row all season.
not once.
Oh,
We kept getting close, but
I didn't know that. Holy shit.
oh my yo, the Lakers are up 10 points on the Denver Nuggets as of right now, guys. But
Yeah, 7 minutes left in the second. They're up by 10. Wow. Oh. Okay. Yeah,
shit,
this matchup is actually interesting because I feel like when I saw it, when the Lakers won the play-in game, and I saw that they were going to play the Nuggets, I kind of immediately was like, oh, they're going to get piece up. Like the Nuggets are going to take that. But then like I remembered, it's the Lakers.
it's LeBron.
It's LeBron.
Yeah, it's LeBron.
So like the playoffs are just a whole different thing.
Yeah, he's a different human in the playoffs. He's it's LeBron. I don't know. I would think you would. I would think that the Nuggets would win, but if Anthony Davis stays healthy and he stays consistent, I know he said he had like a tight back. If he
Yeah,
stays healthy and he could drop like 20, 22 points a game, and Gabe Vincent could show up, they got a chance, small chance.
facts. I mean, I think it's just so hard to just say LeBron's gonna lose. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
especially in the first round. Like it's so hard to be like, oh, he's out. Especially with when it's the Lakers with Anthony Davis and all that. Like it's just so hard to just say they're gonna lose. But
hmm I mean, it's possible, but it's
the only way I see that happening is if like Joker gets shot or something. You know what I mean? And because like a little injury, I don't even think would keep him out. To be real,
now you from what? You Serbian, right? Yeah.
Serbia. Yep.
He get hurt, he spray
Yeah.
it real quick, come back.
Facts. Rub
He's
some
fine.
dirt on it. Get back to work.
If LeBron get hurt though, he's gonna keep playing too. But Joker's just
Well,
different.
I mean, LeBron's 40, so it's different than Joker. What's Joker?
Uh,
29?
I don't know. LeBron's
I
not 40 yet. He's closer to 40 than 30 though, for sure.
yeah, for
I just
sure.
found out today when I was watching before I came here, watching the Sixers game, and they say Kyle Lowry is 38. I know he's been in the NBA, but it does
Kyle
not.
Lowry?
Yeah, 38. I was like, and that.
Oh, Jokic is 29. Wow.
But damn, he's 1 year older than me. I
Yep.
hate looking at NBA players like fucking Wembanyama. You said his
No.
name right the first time on your last podcast, by the way.
What?
Like on I think on episode, I think it was one. He was
Yep.
like Wembanyama, but you
Wemby.
said it right.
Yeah. Bro,
Um,
I said it the first time. When I said it immediately, I was like, nah, no
him
way.
being 19 bugs me out because I'm like I'm 28.
No, dude, the first time I had that like moment where I looked at an athlete and then I like looked up their age and they were younger than me was like Jason Tatum. I think it was like 2 or 3. I don't know. He
He's
was
still
20.
19.
Yeah, bro, he was 24 at the time. Jason Tatum.
Shout out Jason Tatum.
And what I looked it up, I was like, "Yo, he's killing it." Like, let me look it up. Like this, I remember saying like, "Oh, this guy is killing it," and like I looked it up, and I was like, "Wait a minute, he's younger than I am." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, holy shit!" Like that was the first time I like looked at something. And I was like, "Damn, like I'm old. Like now I feel old."
Yeah. When did you find out how old he was?
He was 24. How
20.
old? How
Yeah.
old is he now?
I think he's 25, 26. I don't
Oh,
know.
so yeah, it
He's
was only
still
like
we still say he's 19 out here though. He's still 19 to
yeah.
us. When he wins a championship, he'll be 20, but he's not. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I found out he was 19 when he got here and he dunked on LeBron, I was like
Oh yeah, bro. The first year, I remember watching him dunk on LeBron. I was like, "Yo, what the
he all
fuck?"
year he had a good year. I think he averaged like 14, but he was a rookie, not getting the ball a lot. Well, he was getting the ball, but now he didn't get the ball a lot to the playoffs because everybody was hurt. And like when he dunked on LeBron, that's when we was like, okay, he's gonna be a superstar. At least me. At least
Oh
me.
yeah, yeah,
At
yeah,
least
yeah.
me.
I mean, you dunk on LeBron, I'm gonna probably say you're gonna be good.
He dunked on LeBron and then hit a three right after too. Nobody
So,
talks about that. Like they went down, I think they got a stop, and then he hit a three. And
oh,
um
yes, yes, I remember that. There was like a whole sequence. I remember this. I remember this. He dunks on LeBron. They come back up. I think they get a steal or like the Lakers or they turn the ball over.
yeah, something like that. Something like that.
I'm
Because
pretty
they
sure
didn't score.
yeah, they turn the ball over, I think, and then he gets it back and takes the three immediately.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I I have this belief that if Ty Lue would have called a timeout right there, he would have lost up the game. And I was wishing he would have, because like he ended up not calling a timeout, I think,
Mm.
and LeBron went up, and I think LeBron got a rhythm three. He on
Oh.
Tatum, I think. I think it was on Tatum
Oh,
too.
you thought he would call a timeout and like
Call
break
a time,
LeBron's
yeah, and then
rhythm.
like run a play,
Mm.
and then try to. I think we were up by two, or something like that. We
Oh,
weren't up
okay,
by
so
enough for the three not to matter, and the three changed it.
damn. I forget what the fuck we were talking about. It's 4:20. Um,
It was basketball related. I think it was LeBron. LeBron. It was we was
LeBron.
talking about Jason Tatum's age. We was
Oh,
talking
we were
about
talking
like
about
yeah.
yep, it was Jason Tatum. Okay. Yeah, he's young. It's crazy. He's young.
We have a young team. Well, we got now it's like 60-40, young and old.
Yeah,
Because they're
bro.
not really old. Like you would think JT's older. You would think JB's older, but they're really JT and JB. They're 1 year apart in age.
When they brought Horford back, I thought that was so funny. Like I like him on the team, but it was just so funny to me that he was they brought him back.
So what I said was, because I remember when he went to where'd he go? He went to the freaking Sixers. So Jason Tatum dunked on him too. Nobody talks about that either. Like nobody talked about it when it happened. He dunked on him, and he had crossed Ben Simmons up, dunked on him, but whatever. That's not even the point. When we went to the Sixers and like they benched him after a while or whatever, or they traded him. And somebody on ESPN was like, "Yeah, the Celtics should try to get him back." I'm like, "Nah," because he
Nah.
left us. He deserves to stay there for a year, maybe a couple years, and like he earned that. Like you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
sit there.
you
You
gotta
got
deal with it.
yeah, and he can come
Facts.
back. But we love Al. I wanted Al back the whole time though. So when we got him back, I was ecstatic.
And I will say when I watch the games, he's like the chemistry. Like he helps that team fit together the way it should. Kristaps does the same thing though. He was a crazy addition. When
He's
I saw
always
that,
happy.
bro, when I saw Kristaps, I was like, "Are you serious? Like we got Kristaps?" And he's just like playing like he's back in his prime. It's insane.
We had to let go of Marcus for him, but right, yeah, we had to let go of
Yeah,
Marcus for him. That
that
broke me.
hurt. That
That broke
hurt.
me.
But honestly, now looking at like how
Oh
big of an
no, yeah, yeah.
impact, yeah, Kristaps has made, and like, no offense, I personally love Marcus Smart, but seeing how he's been doing in Memphis, right?
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah,
been hurt. He was hurt all year.
yeah.
I don't think he would have got hurt here. I think over there he had to do more.
Oh, 100%. Because that's John Morant's show. Like Memphis, I couldn't name another player on that team besides Marcus Smart.
Bane, we had Bane, or
Oh
like on
yeah,
draft night we traded him or something like that. Something like that.
you're right.
Every player that every I feel like every team nowadays has a player that we like had and then let go, and that player turns into a menace. Like Max Strus, Celtics
Yo,
had him. Maybe
he
practice squad or G League or
when
something.
I see him like do anything crazy, I'm like, that does not even look like a man who would play basketball.
He pisses me off. I hate his
Facts,
face.
bro. Facts.
But like he's a dog on the court. I hate his face though because I know it's every time he shits on us and then he looks and it's like you motherfucker.
Like, goddamn. Why didn't you do
Why?
that when you were here, bro? Like,
I
why are
mean
you a
he
practice squad?
probably did, but the team is so deep. Like you see people like who else do we have this year? Delano Benton.
Hmm.
We got him from like I think we signed him from Toronto in the offseason. We traded him and they started playing him and he was averaging like I think when he first came started playing he was averaging like 16 points a game or something like that.
God damn.
So and he never got to play here. He played but like trash minutes.
Yeah, like the trap
And we
garbage
take a
time.
guy we got Xavier Tillman who was locking down like team's number one player or like containing them. And
Hmm.
now he barely plays. He's gonna play in the playoffs, but like he barely plays when he got here. So
Oh yeah, I mean that's kind of how everything. I feel like anybody who comes from another team, like it's really hard to earn playing time on the Celtics in general. Because when they put a roster together, they usually ride with it until the wheels fall off.
Brad Stevens should be executive of the year, and he's probably not going to get it, and it makes no
Because he's a
sense.
white guy.
They're
Aren't
probably
no,
gonna give
they're
it to a
all
white
white
guy.
guys, right?
No, there's some black ones.
Executives?
Yeah. Remember when they got Kawhi in Toronto?
Oh no, you're right. There are, there are, there are.
There's a
There
bunch.
no, there for sure are. There for sure are. What was I thinking? Head coach maybe?
Now they're
No,
just biased.
there's a ton
I
of
think
black
it's a
head
bias.
coaches too.
They try to say like for
We're
everything
gonna
with
have
the
to trace
Celtics.
it.
Celtics have 64 wins, and we're probably not gonna have a first team All NBA, which JT should be. But they're like, no, he's averaging 27. That's not good enough. It's like
27 isn't good enough
because he had
anymore.
30 last year, but it's like you added Kristaps Porzingis. Jalen Brown is starting to show what he could really do
I'm
on a
so afraid.
nightly basis, and
I'm
he's
so
still
afraid they're gonna have to break them up.
nah. There's no need. You
There's
got JB locked up. They're gonna lock up JT. They should lock up JT after
and
this
we
year.
got Drew locked up.
Drew's locked up. We should get D White. Like we're gonna be over the tax, but like,
Fuck it. We ball. We ball. Go over the tax.
I mean, might as well. They always say that they want Jay. Like the scary one was Jalen probably, just because I feel like
He could go somewhere and make it his team.
no, and that's the narrative people create. Why can't it be both their team? Like
It
they'd be like
totally
one
can.
A, one B. I'd be like, look, they could both be 1-1. Who cares? Who has it going tonight? And if you don't have it going, give it to him. And if he don't have it going, give it to him.
I could be honest. Like I
Mhm.
don't care if if they keep winning like they did this year. I don't care if either of them is considered the number one option. Matter of fact, fuck it. Consider Derek White the number one option, and they can just be 2 and 3, and then we never have to have the conversation again. Oh damn. Who's that? Aaron
Aaron
Gordon?
Gordon.
Of
We
course it
almost got
was.
him, but we got Evan Fournier instead that year. It was bad. He wanted to come here, I think. Aaron Gordon wanted to come
Oh,
to the
I
Celtics
forgot we
that year.
even had Evan Fournier.
Yeah. He was good, but he was not good for this team. I
Uh,
think is he still on the Knicks right now?
who? Evan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is for sure.
He's been on the Knicks and hasn't played.
All right, so let's look at some of the other matchups in the East. We got Mavericks Clippers.
That's West Side.
Oh, sorry, that is the
That's
West
just the
side.
rest
I'm
of the
sorry.
matchups
Yeah,
because they
Pacers
scattered
Bucks.
it.
Right? Is that East or
Yeah, it's
West?
East.
East.
Pacers, Bucks. That's an
Yeah,
interesting one. I feel like there's gonna be a fight.
a
I feel
fight.
like there's gonna be a fight in the series on right now. Lakers Mavericks. I mean Lakers Nuggets. There's gonna be a fight because there's like a little bit of bad blood, and I think in the Pacers one there might be a fight.
Who has bad blood with the Pacers in the Pacers
Remember
Bucks?
when I think Giannis had I think his career high something crazy, and a rookie on the Pacers scored his first NBA point, so they try to take the ball or something. But I think from what they said they never really took the I don't know
I
something crazy
remember
happened,
all that
and
happening.
Giannis tried to run in
Yes.
their locker room.
Yeah, that was some. It was stupid, but I remember all that happening. Okay, so yeah, they do have beef. You're right. You're right.
There's an NBA player. He's like an MMA fighter. He's not like a UFC fighter now, but he knows MMA. And it was funny the Pacers went and picked him up right after.
No
I
way. They're like,
swear.
yo, we need somebody to fucking
You
fight
do.
Giannis.
But I don't think Giannis is trying to fight. He just wanted his ball.
I mean,
But I
60.
think there's bad blood there
So
for
here's the
sure.
thing, right? Like, if somebody scores their first points, I think that's more important than you scoring 61, even if it's your career high.
I
Like,
feel
61 is
like
crazy, but
yeah. I mean, if the last points you score in that game are like in the last few minutes, if you're still in the game when you score 61, I think maybe you should get the ball. But here's what the NBA should do to counter that. When you score a game high and they take you out the game, they should because they have multiple basketballs. Take that ball. That ball, wrap it in tape, right with it like in the NFL when you score your first touchdown
yeah,
and take
what?
the ball,
Yeah,
write it on it, and then keep that. The NBA drops the ball with that. They be messing up. So I don't know. I feel
I
like
feel the NBA fumbles so many bags when it comes to that kind of stuff. They have so many like weird like rules and like policies that like stop them from making an insane amount of money. Think about
they do make an insane
right, but
already
think about how
money.
much money the NFL makes.
Nah, I think the NBA might make more. Their TV deals are
Oh, I
crazy.
need to look this up now.
I think. Don't
I
quote me
I
on
could
that.
believe you. I could believe you. That's why now if you say that, I trust it enough to look it up to see how much does
I'm
the
just judging it by the
NBA
salary
make.
caps, but also I don't know what their CBA is. I know the NBA's is 50
Oh,
50, but I think the NBA might make more than NFL
okay.
just
Holy
because there's
shit.
way more games.
So in 2022 to 23, in that like financial year, the NBA official revenue was $10.58 billion. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
How much does the NFL make? Watch it be like, we don't disclose this number. Okay,
There is more stuff to sell in the NFL though.
in the 2022 season, they raked in an all-time high of $11.9 billion.
So what was the NBA at? You said 10.
It was like 10, yeah. Let me
All
go
right, so
back.
they like close to each other.
10.58. It's within a billion
Yeah,
dollars.
there's
Super
there's still a lot of
close.
money to
Super
be
close.
in within, but like to billionaires is not.
Well, to especially to like these organizations that like pay athletes hundreds of millions of dollars. Like I'm sure a Billy is like, ah, yeah,
I
whatever.
feel like I mean I think the people that own the teams they don't like it that much because during the CBA they be negotiating their asses off. Like the 50-50 split is I feel like they oh my god then the Nuggets are coming back. 50-50 split I think they hate that.
Oh,
I
for
think the
sure.
owners would rather get like 70 and let the players get 30%, but I think the players earn the 50.
Oh, I mean,
Shit.
I think that I mean the first of all, I think athletes make an insane amount of money to begin with.
Hmm.
Like I don't know, I get it that they are the reason that these companies make so much money and it's like entertainment and all that. But holy shit, like if you look at people like Shohei Otani, do you know about his contract?
The gambler.
Yeah, if he even gets to play out the rest
Nah,
of his
he's good.
contract.
He's good.
Oh,
I think he's good. I haven't read into it, but like I read, then he hit a home run, and I thought he got surgery.
well, so the whole thing
The
about
thing
the
blows my
MLB
mind.
that's different than like other sports is like if they're doing some kind of investigation, they don't stop the motherfucker from playing while they're investigating because it's baseball. You know, if they have somebody that people want to watch, they're gonna do whatever they can to get that person on TV. It's like it's not like the NBA, bro. People aren't like rushing out of their work to go watch a baseball game. There are people like that,
Like the first game of the season for
like
baseball, they
opening
definitely
day,
yeah they're going
yeah, or
crazy
like
for it.
when they play the
They're
Yankees. You
going
know,
oh
people
yeah.
run out to watch the Red Sox when they play the Yankees. But it's not like the NBA, like or the NFL, where it's like you have huge fans all over the country.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
they, even if they're investigating Shohei, they'll let him play. Because I remember when they were investigating A-Rod for steroids, he played like 25 games while the MLB was doing an investigation.
I know nowadays, I don't know how you do it, but I remember when Brady was going to Deflategate BS, he he got suspended. I think he got suspended, right? And then he went to a court and he filed like a restraining order against. I don't know how he did it, but there was a restraining order that was going to be for a length of time that prevented them from suspending him. But then he ended up just giving up and like being suspended.
Damn.
And players do that a lot now. Like they'll do something, it'll basically be like a restraining order, and they'll be able to play, but it will only be for a certain amount of time. It's like I don't know
Hmm.
how they do that. That is
Well,
crazy.
so the funny thing that you mentioned that is I actually just found out like 2 days ago that there are different kinds of restraining orders. Like there's a physical boundary restraining order or something like that, which is like the you can't come within X amount of feet of me or whatever. But then there's also like other kinds of restraining orders. Like uh there's one for like business to business where it's like you can't do business with this person because you do business with me. Like and we have a contract.
That sounds like
And it's like a version of a restraining
yeah. They
order.
should call that like a first rights deal or
I don't
something.
know, but it's like when
But I
somebody
understand
said it
that
to me
part.
and I was like, "Oh, I thought a restraining order was this." And they're like, "No, there's multiple kinds." I was
Yeah, I
like,
thought it was just like I don't want you near me.
"That person could be capping too." So I'm just speaking.
I mean, it makes sense though. Who
Oh,
hit that? LeBron? Yeah, he just
was it?
slapped himself. He slapped himself on the thigh, so I think he hit it.
God damn.
This is gonna be a game.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That did not go in. That was
Watch
close
that.
though. Or was it D'Lo? No, it was LeBron. Definitely LeBron. If they're showing LeBron, it
Yeah,
was
I
him.
mean they're gonna show LeBron regardless though.
That's yeah, true, true.
They should show the shot.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll show it.
Nope. Oh,
Oh, oh,
yeah, it was LeBron.
I can already see the travel comments.
Did he travel though? He took 2 steps. He
Who
had to gather
cares?
in two
Who
steps.
cares? That's like my biggest pet peeve. I could probably look up any basketball video on earth, and one of the first like 10 comments is gonna be somebody like, "Oh, he traveled though." And if you look at the person, it's usually like they look like me. And it's like,
Or it's an old bird. Or it's an old dude.
or the oldest man you've ever
The old
seen,
generation hates it, and it's like y'all couldn't dribble like that. You guys didn't learn that you could dribble like that till you seen Jordan.
or
I
it's
seen
like,
a video of Jordan do a simple behind the back dribble,
bro, I
and
love
they
that
went
video.
crazy.
I've never seen anybody do that
I
before.
and then the post was
Okay,
like they would have thought Kyrie was a magician,
no, they would
like
have.
for sure.
Oh, they would have burned him at the stake.
They would have killed him.
They would have been like, "Nah, sorry, bro, you're a fucking
They would have said he
witch."
was a witch.
Yeah, I wish.
They would have put him in a Salem witch trial. It would have been crazy. It would
No,
have made no
bro.
sense.
As soon as he got to Boston, they'd be like, "Don't you know what we do here?
Yeah,
You
that's
have
messed up
powers
how they
beyond."
did that though. Salem witch trials are crazy.
Nah, the craziest part about that was the one thing where they were like, "What was it? Oh, if you drown, you're not a witch, but if you don't drown, you're a witch, and we have to burn you at the stake." It's like, whoa, all right, like so my options are die or die
When
is
was the
sick.
first? What year was the first person revived in? Because if they were revived after that, that rule makes no sense. That judgment makes no sense. Because if you have no way to tell, because like you killed him.
Wait, what do you mean
I'm saying
revive?
like like you revive people like you
Oh, like CPR?
CPR,
Oh,
right?
bro,
When was
CPR came
right
way
way
after
after
that.
that? So like, how can you
Way
even make
after
that
that.
judgment without even knowing you could bring them back to life? Like, now we're just gonna
Oh,
kill this.
that's a good
We're
point.
gonna kill this witch.
Like they didn't know that it was possible to stop somebody from dying
Like
yet.
you could wake up in the morning and your wife didn't cook you breakfast or something, and
And
you
you'd be
can
like,
just be like, "Yeah, she's a
witch.
witch."
Yeah, she didn't cook breakfast because she's a witch. Well, I feel
I
like
would do that.
I think I remember. No, you'd be like, yo, where? I thought you said you were making
I'd
Spanish
say
rice.
I'm kidding though. I would say I'm kidding, but I do joke too much.
Yeah, facts. My girlfriend's in the other room, so I won't say anything. Gotta look like she's off camera, ready to kill me.
Hope mom don't watch this.
um, fucking yeah. No, I remember reading somewhere that like the reason that happened so much was because you couldn't get divorced. So it was like when what king was it in England who just like killed all of his wives because he was like I want a new one, Henry VIII or something.
That's different.
Yeah, no, they're
He had mad
Europeans are
wives
built
at once,
different.
so he just kept killing them.
No, he would get a wife, and then like 2 years or 3 years later, he'd be like, "You're kind of actually whack, and you just committed treason." Yeah,
Oh,
or hanger. I don't know. I don't know how they did it in England then, but I
dang.
know I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's Henry VIII. I think he killed a lot of his wives.
Kill your wives, guys. Do
You can't.
not kill your
Yeah, please
wives
don't.
or your
Just get a
girlfriend.
divorce. Divorce is legal now. You don't have to accuse them of being a witch,
You
or
could accuse them of being a witch
but
because you know
like,
they hate the B word. If you say witch, it might take a little bit of the edge off.
but I feel like if you accuse somebody of being a witch now, like they would just gain followers on TikTok. Like I don't think they'd be like burned at the stake anymore.
The witch challenge. It will be the
Yeah,
witch challenge all over again. Like
facts.
when Hocus Pocus 2 came out.
Was there a witch challenge?
Yeah, they were doing something. They were doing like a dance from the movie. I don't know.
Damn.
I don't have TikTok though. I'm
Me
against
either. No,
TikTok.
I've
No,
never
I'm
had
just
a
playing.
TikTok.
I don't have TikTok though. My daughter told me I have to get TikTok, but I ain't getting TikTok.
No, fuck that. I've never had TikTok. I consume all of my TikToks through
Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah, Facebook Reels is just literally other people taking other people's TikToks and posting them on Facebook. It's great. I love that people do that.
And they get mad views. I wonder if they get paid for stealing content. Because they post it like they get paid for stealing
Bro, they
content.
must they
I've thought about it
if
before.
they get paid for just taking TikToks and posting them, we are already doing the wrong thing.
I've thought about it. I've definitely thought, but it's too much work. Like you have to sit there and screen record it perfectly or whatever, edit it, post it right after they post it.
Damn, if only we had a very talented editor. It definitely ain't me. I mean, you guys have seen my editing. Um, yeah, I definitely think they probably are making money off it. Like, it's got to be a scam or something. There's no
For sure.
way. There's no way they're not making money and they're posting like
But
that.
how
You
do
know
you
what I
wake
mean?
up in the morning and do that without making money?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
How are you posting 3 reels a day if you're not getting paid
it
for
could
it?
be for engagement though, like engagement farming, so that you can get monetized on Facebook. I don't know how it works, but I know you probably can't just get monetized off the rip on Facebook.
Yeah, like I know some stuff about the internet, but that shit I have no idea.
Too old. I got gray hair. I got like 6 gray hairs. I don't know nothing about the
Facts.
internet.
I'm like just past the limit of like where you understand how like internet influencers work. You know what I mean? Like we're the generation just before everybody in the world understood how like people were influencers.
Yeah, we had like Skype. They got and Uvu. They got Twitch Kick, and all that. They can go live and well,
Yeah.
we were doing that back then, but we couldn't go live to multiple. I don't know. I don't even
It
know
was I mean,
mad
I
people like
think
that.
you could go live back then, but it was so much different. Like the what you would need to go live back then compared to what you need now. I mean, look at how easy it was for me to set this up.
Yep,
You know what I'm
facts,
saying? Like
facts.
I literally wheeled my computer out from my room and set it up out here, and it's like, this
Yeah,
is, and it looks to you guys. You probably thought I paid somebody to do this or something, or I don't know, but it's easy now. It's so much easier. It's so much more accessible. I mean, except for the computer, none of this costs a lot of money. You know what I mean? The camera's like a fucking $20 camera or something.
tell them that.
Why? Who cares? I think fucking actually, you know what's crazy? I think Turtle gave me that.
Shout out Turtle. I haven't seen Turtle in that long.
Yo, he just got his real estate
He did,
license.
and I shared it.
Shout out
I
Turtle.
shared his business card that he posted on Facebook. Shout out to Turtle.
Yeah, bro, selling houses now.
Flipping the cribs. I thought about
Crazy.
doing that, but like I don't got patience. You need patience for that because
Yeah,
I
bro. No,
stop
you
after
can't sell
two
houses.
no's.
No, because as soon as somebody asks you a dumb question, that you're not selling that house.
Yeah, I hate stupid questions.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's gonna be like, "So does this bathroom have a toilet?"
Like, nah, you got to shit in your room next to the bed
Yeah,
where the
facts.
nightstand would
Like,
be at.
or they'll be like, so can I paint this kitchen? Like, yeah, you can do whatever you want with the house.
I'd say no, you can't paint the kitchen because I
This is
want it
my
back. I
kitchen.
want it back.
Yeah, I want it
The
back.
bank owns it, so
I'm just lending you this house, you idiot.
I mean, even in the projects, you're gonna paint your walls, so you might as well paint it in a house you own. You remember my room in Linden?
Yeah.
All the writing all over the walls, dude.
Oh my God,
Yeah, my
yes,
room was.
dude.
I had girls beefing on my walls.
You actually did. I
I was
remember.
in 2 relationships with 2 different girls who signed the wall on different sides who never seen each other's. It was
No,
crazy.
bro. I remember one of the highlights of like we would go to your house after school, and we'd literally be like, "Oh yeah," you'd be like, "Oh yeah, look at this! Like somebody wrote this on the wall."
Yeah, because I wouldn't notice it for weeks.
Wild,
Because there
bro.
was so much stuff. Like it all started because like I was watching, I don't know, I was watching something on TV where a kid had like graffiti in his room. I knew how to write my name in graffiti, so I thought of this elaborate plan, forgetting about money. I was like, I'm gonna write my name in big graffiti letters, and I'm gonna get money and paint it. I'm gonna get paint and paint it, but paint costs money.
Hmm.
So it was just up there in pencil, and then remember Junior, shout out Junior
Shout out
and
Junior,
Kevin.
bro.
Um, yeah, they came in, they seen it, they started putting gang stuff on the walls, and I'm like, what the
You're like,
fuck?
whoa, 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 whoa,
And then
whoa.
somebody else seen it, they started putting their stuff on the walls, and I had some girls over. They was everybody that came over my house on the wall, and
Yep.
it's still there, but it's painted over now, unfortunately.
Imagine, did you guys paint it when you moved out?
No,
Yo,
it got
imagine
one
moving
day I
in
came
there.
home and it was painted back in the day.
Now they must have like operations or someone who goes in
Yeah,
there and
it's the
paints it.
project, so
Yeah,
they come in
some
and
government worker who works 2 days a
they
year or
do
something.
inspections, and they came in. I think they know. I think they were supposed to do an inspection. They had seen it. They had seen it for every year for 5 years.
Hmm.
So it was probably like, all right, come on. So I came home and my dad had somebody paint that. And I was like,
Damn.
come on.
Yeah,
We can still peel it. Like I would peel it back to see stuff, but
yeah, that sucks. That was crazy, bro. Do you remember the time? This is a fucking crazy throwback. Me and you trooped all the way to Lynn, all the way to Lynn. I had never been to Lynn a day in my life, and we went all the way into
nah.
Lynn to meet up with two girls. Oh my god, I'll never be able to remember their names. And I remember we went all the way to Lynn, and then we went to like the movies or something. We like took the bus to the movies or something.
Showcase cinema.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember the girls' names either.
me, bro. I have no idea.
Uh, and if I did, I probably couldn't say it.
I definitely wouldn't say it. We were like 12, bro, or
Yeah,
like 13.
I think I moved to Malden when I was like 11, 12. So
I think we must have been like seventh grade, and it was literally, bro. I remember we were at your house, and you're just like, "Yeah, let's just go to Lynn." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
I used to have the dumbest plans to
And we,
go to
bro.
Lynn, to go to Saugus. I used to go weird places. No,
Mhm.
you remember. This is gonna be a
I
funny story
already
to
know what you're
tell.
gonna talk about. I think I already
Because
know.
I tell this story to people all the time, and they usually don't believe me. I'm with you now, so
Oh,
I'm gonna clip up this part and send it to people.
okay. I'm almost positive
Bruh,
what you're gonna talk
it
about.
was me, you, Kevin Jr. I think we had went to the mall. We was being kids, being stupid. I don't know what we were doing. We were probably stealing stuff, honestly.
Nope, I
I
know
didn't
what you're
steal
talking
nothing.
about. I know what you're
I don't
talking
steal.
about.
Um,
We didn't steal
we
anything.
went to Burger King, and the
Yep.
dude was giving us mad free food. We
Yep.
got way too comfortable. We went into I think it was the woman's bathroom to like we was just gonna
Kevin.
throw shit
Yep.
all over the walls.
Yep. Kevin.
We see panties, like big granny
It
panties.
wasn't even no. It wasn't even like big granny panties, bro. It was like one of those like super extra large like Depends. It was like a diaper, like an adult diaper. So Kevin comes running out of the fucking women's room, bro. I remember this so vividly. And the only reason I remember this is because this is also the first time I ever got actually punched in my life.
I didn't see the. Oh yeah, 'cause we dipped. We was
The first time I ever actually got punched in my life. So Kevin comes running out of the bathroom and he has this Depend, like no joke. He's holding it up like this, and it's a Depends, like an adult diaper. From what I remember, it was used. I don't remember how heavily it was used, but
It had a lot of poop in it. I'm telling you, to this day, I remember seeing corn. I
yeah,
remember seeing
bro, I
corn
don't doubt it.
in the. I guess it was Depends. I didn't touch it, but
So he goes running out of the Burger King. We go follow him. Now, where the Burger King is from the drive-through, there's like a little hill you can go up, and it's like a shortcut to like get on the overpass to the highway that's like right there. So as we're going out, he's like, "I have a genius idea," and he throws the dirty Depends on top of a truck in the drive-through, right? Like he throws it onto a
yep,
car.
yep. They was getting their food and they got pooped on.
So everybody takes off running. Now, the important thing to understand is like I was like the friend that you guys were like bringing along. You know what I mean? Like I was always around, but I was never like the
Yeah,
person doing the thing. I was just kind of there, like oblivious to what's even happening most of the time.
we did stupid stuff like that every single day.
Yeah, and I most of the time was like, I have no idea what we're doing, and so they all take off running. Me being the dumb friend, I just didn't, or I don't know if I couldn't make it up the hill or what. I think I just didn't run. Like you guys took off
Yeah,
running, and
because
I
you
was like,
stayed on the opposite side of the highway.
yeah.
You was in
So
Walgreens.
they went up and went across the thing to Walgreens, and I didn't. So the guy got out of his truck, and I don't know if he was an adult. Like looking back, I was a kid, so in my eyes, he was an adult. But who knows? He was just a drive-through in Burger King. He could have been 16 for all we know.
I think the kid chased me because I was in Walgreens. I ran into Walgreens. Kevin ran into Walgreens. I think we all ran into Walgreens. And like the kid ran up behind me, and I turned around and was like, he was like, "Don't ever do that again," and just left. So yeah, I swear to God, like
Yeah. So oh yes, one person got out and ran up the hill after you, and then a guy walked up to me and like asked what we did, and like I was terrified. I was like, and he just fucking punched me in my stomach, and like that was it. So I was just like, okay, time to walk home. Like I guess, but
that was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, it was so funny just because.
well, dude, it was funny because like first of all, it was funny that there was a giant depends.
Yes, that was the funny part.
But the part that sucked was like not only did I get hit, but like whatever, life happens. But as I was walking home, because like I lived, if you just walked down the highway, like my house was right there when you got off the highway. So as I'm walking home, like I'm just trying to get home. I'm not thinking like I'm a 13-year-old walking down the highway at night. Like it was nighttime
At night.
at night, and I remember a cop car like pulled up to me on Broadway, like right by the motel, and they're like, there's a lot of crime in this area, and I was like, yeah, I'm walking home,
Prostitution.
like whatever, like I'm going home, like just I live right up there, and I remember being like astonished that the cops never once were like, do you want to ride home? Like never once did they even think about it. They weren't even like, we could drive you. They were just like, well, you can't just walk, and I was like, well, that how else am I gonna get there? I'm 13. And they were like, where's your mom? And I'm like, bro, you have a car. You're right here. You're a cop. I'm like,
Technically, she was right up the street.
yeah. But it's like I'm literally it would take you 1 minute to get me home. But
It would have.
I distinctly remember them never being like, oh, we'll give you a ride.
No, we
Hop in.
found you.
Yeah, you guys come out of nowhere. I remember you guys walking up, and I'm like, oh, never mind. Here's all my friends.
Yeah, we were like, "Where is Michael?" And I was like, "Yo, he probably started walking home because
I did
you
live
weren't
right
behind
there.
me, and like
Yeah.
I was the last one to get up the hill
Yeah.
on that went up. So
I
that was
thought
hilarious.
you were gonna talk about two different things.
What was the other thing,
So I thought number one, the time we got caught smoking weed at my house,
bro?
that was
Bro, do
hilarious.
you like? I was thinking of that on the way here. You remember we used to like when the first time we ever we used to take the weed from your mom's, right?
Oh, she knows all about it
Right.
too. Hi,
So the first
mom.
time we did it, we Junior, shout out Junior again,
Shout out Junior
bro.
again. He was
He
like
brought oregano.
the third musketeer.
Facts. He brought oregano, and we was mixing the joint, and we
Yes.
none of us could roll, including him. But he was like, "I could roll, I could roll." Went to go, could not roll to save
Yeah,
his
bro.
life, and
None
my
of us
throat
could
was
roll.
burning from smoking that oregano mixed with like a point. It was probably a point two to
Oh yeah.
three of
I
weed.
used to take the tiniest little amount of weed, and we'd be like, "Fuck yeah!" Like
We
I,
got it,
I remember the other thing me and Junior used to do a lot is like if we couldn't like get someone to buy cigarettes for us, or like we couldn't find weed, me and him would like roll up tea bags. Like we would take a tea bag, pour the tea into like a joint paper, roll up the tea and like smoke it.
I feel like, what the hell?
Yeah, bro. I don't know why we did it, but I do
I wouldn't
remember we
do
did
that.
that. No, I now that I
I
just thought
would
about that, I honestly have not thought about that in like 20 years, well, 15 years. As soon as I said it, I was like,
I
yeah,
would have told him no. But like the oregano thing, I knew about. But like I've heard of people saying they've smoked oregano, but
yeah.
I don't think they.
You know who we actually did that with the first time? Now that I'm thinking about it,
Who.
yeah, you remember Bobby?
Hmm.
Yeah, it was him. He was he was the person. Oh, I remember. Was it him? Yeah, I think his dad also bought a spray paint one time. That was sick.
Damn, he's bad influence. I'd buy my daughter spray paint if she asked though.
Oh yeah, you have a kid. Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
I always forget about that, dude.
I don't. I can't.
Well, I mean, I would hope you don't forget that you have a kid.
Nah,
How old is she now?
old as shit.
God damn.
Old as shit, bro.
Like almost double digits old?
Yep.
Oh,
Right around the corner. Should be
God
double
damn.
digits next year. Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy,
It's
bro.
bro, it makes that's why I got gray hair because I keep realizing how old I am. I'm like, oh, I got gray hair. Every time I cut my beard and everything, it's like you look mad young. I'm like, bro,
Bro,
I'm not old though. I'm only 28, but like, you know,
but
we're
like
aging differently now.
it's just crazy like when you say like, oh yeah, it should be double digits. Like, bro, like that's like almost a real full-fledged human. Like
Nah, not almost. She is. She is. She
that's so
likes
scary to
Sephora.
me. That's so scary
She
to me.
likes Sephora and like she likes shopping. She's a girl. So,
My nephew's a freshman at Malden High School right
oh,
now. He's a freshman at Malden High. It's like when I saw him and he was like, "Oh yeah, like I can't wait for next year for school," and I was like, "Oh yeah, like why?" And he's like, "I'm gonna be a freshman. What do you mean?" I was like, "What? You're in high school now?"
that's crazy.
It's yeah, it's insane. It's
It's
insane,
crazy. Life's flying by mad fast. It used to go by slow, and I was like, COVID was just yesterday.
bro. I remember when I was a kid, like the school year felt like it was like that was a crazy dunk. That was a crazy
180
dunk,
days of school was the
bro.
worst thing
It
ever.
it felt like it one school year felt like what 5 years feels like now.
Yeah,
Like now that I'm an adult, it's literally insane. Like a year will go by and I'm like,
we was trying to get old fast. You know, we
facts.
got old fast, and now
I
we're like, come
bro,
on.
being a kid, it was always like, oh, I can't wait till I'm older. I can't wait till I can do this. I can't wait till I can do that. And now it's like, yo, I really fumbled like 15 years.
I wouldn't say fumbled it. It just
Yeah,
fast forwarded,
it was just too
and we
fast.
lost like two. At least we lost at least 2 years because of COVID. So
Yeah, facts.
everybody lost those years. No matter who you was, you lost those damn years. Even if you was
Facts.
working.
I mean, life
Well, I
paused
was
for
working, so
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, even if you were working, it was still like you
If you
weren't
weren't
really
working, you were probably worse off. You probably messed up in the head right now if you weren't working.
facts. If
Because
you, dude,
I was going crazy.
I know some people who literally like COVID ended for them like the end of 2021. Like the beginning of 2022 was like when COVID really ended for them. And I was like, damn, like you didn't work, you didn't really go out, you didn't do nothing that whole time. Like you were just in the crib or like quarantined or like setting yourself apart from people for that for 2 years.
My job stopped. My job ended, like, shut down in March. I was working by, like, June. Yeah,
Facts.
June
Well,
25th.
I remember I my job shut down in April or like I had stopped working for a company and then I like was in between jobs and like went to go back to the company and then COVID happened. And I was like, all right, well fuck it. Like I'm not doing that because it was door-to-door sales. So I'm like, nope, like
Oh, yeah, you can't. No
global
contact.
pandemic, like I ain't about to go knock on people's doors.
Nope. I don't like colds, so I don't want whatever that is.
So I was out of work for like I feel like from when the quarantine happened in like March or April of that year until like September.
Started. I think it really started March 13th. I
Yeah,
remember that date, and I remember that was the date I got the call, and I knew on the 12th that we were shutting down. But I think the world started shutting down on March 13th
yeah.
of 2020.
And then
What a year!
I went back to work like, yo, wait a minute, bro. I just realized how long are we at? Let's see. We're at just about an hour right now. Okay. I have a insane COVID story. Did anything crazy happen to you during COVID?
Not I can
I
remember off the top of my head
okay.
yet. I started growing weed.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it. But I stopped. I stopped after the first go around because we moved. But that's about it. Wasn't crazy.
I've always been afraid to grow weed because I feel like I'm gonna fuck it up.
That's the point.
Yeah,
Gotta fuck it up.
you gotta fuck it up to get it right. Well, so when my job shut down, I don't know if you even know this. I used to work in healthcare. I was like a CNA for like 5 years. Um, and basically when my job shut down, the sales job, I got a call from the nursing home I used to work at to go. They had a client who needed home health care, so they needed somebody to live in this guy's house and like take care of him every day, basically.
Wipe his butt.
Yeah, like take care of him for like 100%. At first, I was like, hell no, like it's COVID. Are you crazy? I'm not gonna go live with some old man I don't know. But
Sounds a little Diddy-ish.
bro, just wait. This story is gonna get so much worse. So I wasn't gonna do it, but then they told me it was gonna be like 6 months, and I was like, wait a minute. If it's that long, like, there's got to be a catch here. Like, what's in it for me? And then the caseworker who was working on it told me they were gonna pay $10,000 a month,
I would have took it.
2K every week, and then at the end of the month an extra 2K. So it would be 2K, 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 and then 4K at the end of the month. Now, I should. So first of all, they told me that, but they told me before that he had like really specific instructions for what he was looking for, and this should have been the first warning, like the first red flag, because the two things he was looking for was a white male to take care of him, and like I know that should have been a red flag because nobody wants a white male to take care of them, but I looked past it because they said $10,000 a month. So
Sounds a little Diddy-ish.
yeah, you have no idea. So I met the guy. He seemed normal at first. He lived in like North Reading, around that area somewhere over there. I forget where. Um, he had a nice house. Like, it was a nice house, whatever. But he had no TV, no internet, nothing.
Even Jeffrey Dahmer had a TV.
Bro, he didn't even have a TV. It's gonna make sense, I promise. So he was a Navy guy. He was in the Navy. He was like a captain or some shit, like high ranking in the Navy. Um, I think he served during like the Korean War or something. I forget. But anyway, he was like a huge military guy. Um, and in his house, he collected clocks. So I walked in, and there's like 100 motherfucking clocks in this
All right,
house.
all right. Making sure you say clocks. I was
Don't
like,
don't worry. I will get to the other thing.
oh man.
So it was all normal. Like, I'm gonna try and keep it to a short story because there's a lot to it, but um, I want to say it all on here anyway. But so like 2 days in, right? I'm there for 48 hours. Oh, so first of all, he has no family, no family whatsoever. The only people who take care of him are his lawyer and his lawyer's wife. Yeah, that was red flag number two. I should have known.
He ate his family.
No, he never. No, bro, he never married, no kids, none of that.
Oh yeah, that's a
Are you
big
are
red
you
flag.
starting to see the picture?
Yep.
So like 2 days in, right? I put him to bed. He's in his bed going to sleep. I'm walking away from his bed, which is on the first floor. He can't go upstairs. He can't walk upstairs. I'm walking away. My back is turned to him, right? And I literally hear him say, "You know, Mike, the greatest pleasure in life is pleasuring another man." Yeah, bro. Yeah. So he said that shit, and like,
Oh no.
bro, I spun around like 180 degrees. It was like,
I would have two-pieced him on accident.
I literally was like, "Excuse me?"
I would have two-pieced him on accident.
Well, and I didn't want to like make assumptions because he was like 80, bro, like 85. He's old. So I didn't want to make assumptions, and I was just like, "Oh, like, what do you mean?" And he literally look, bro, he's looking me like right in my fucking soul sockets, and is like, "No, like making them come."
Oh yeah, I would have made him come to heaven. I
Yeah.
would punch him.
Yeah.
I would have punched him into oblivion. That's different.
It gets worse. Um,
Pause. No Diddy.
no Diddy, absolutely no Diddy here.
That's crazy.
So it gets worse. Um, so I thought it was like an old man coming out of the closet. So he kept track. In his lifetime, he literally was like, I have sucked 64 dicks. Like, straight up said it like that. Like, knew. He kept track.
What's he buy a new clock for every cock? Yeah,
Bro. Oh my. I hope
that's
that's not
different.
true because there was like, there might have been 64 clocks in
I'm
there.
saying
But anyway,
that's different.
he kept track, and like, you got to remember, he's an old man, and he's like grew up in a time where like that was not cool. So I know there's probably some person watching this like 64 dicks. That's rookie numbers, but
I
like
was thinking that too, cause I'm like, bro, like
64 is like some girls'
how you
spring
saying he's
break.
old too, and it's like, could
Yeah, I know.
imagine there's a lot of gay people in the world.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm
In the
saying,
in
64 is one spring
yeah.
break now, but
I
like
mean,
for
but like
him,
actually, I don't know. I don't
he's
know.
85.
64 is a big number now. I
It's
think
pretty
about it.
big.
Yeah, that's never mind. You
64 is out of pocket.
I don't
First of
think
all,
yeah, I don't think anybody should be sucking 64 dicks. Now that I think, because I'm thinking of like hot girl summer, but I'm like
yeah.
they might not
Well,
be
maybe
sucking
a porn
64 dick.
star, a porn star.
But she's making money off of it. So
It's still
she
doing it
I
though.
know, but she getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
He got
but
paid
point. Yep.
just by the Navy, and not to do that. He just did it
I was
while
about
he
to
was.
say what the fuck they got going on in
It's the Navy. It's confirmed. It's gay as shit. It is. Respect to the soldiers and all that, but it is confirmed. The Navy's pretty.
He said that.
My dad was a Navy SEAL. I can say it.
Oh, there you go. I
There
was
we
about to say,
go.
I don't know any how
Somebody's gonna
I
kill
don't
me
have
for
any
that
Navy
one.
friends.
Um, but anyway, yeah. So the guy sucked 64 dicks.
That's a
I
lot
thought
of
he was
dick.
just coming out of the closet to me. So I was like, that
No,
was beautiful.
he was trying
Like,
to bring you into the closet
yeah.
and lock you in there.
So the next morning at
Wild.
7:30 in the morning, I come downstairs. He is wide awake in his bed, like this, like this, has the blanket up, wide awake, just already staring at me. And I go, "Good morning. What's up?" And he's like, "I've changed my mind."
Oh, he didn't want you no
I
more.
was like, "About what?" And he goes, "I want to blow you."
What? Yeah.
Yeah. So I immediately was like, "I'm glad you changed your mind." Like, my girlfriend's not even that willing most of the time, but like, I'm still not down with it. Like I'm not interested, which I feel like I get consent wasn't a huge deal for you most of your life probably, but now it's pretty a big thing.
Right.
So I wasn't with it. So I basically knew what it was like to be a
A
woman in
woman.
any workplace for the next week or so because he would just like every chance he got would be like, "Let me suck your dick." Like it was the craziest experience of my life. So
Bruh.
I cannot talk about what happened next.
I would have set him up.
But I can tell you. Oh, whoa, whoa! I forgot a huge part. He was also a Nazi.
I
So
can't say what I would have did.
the first time, I had to go upstairs and there was like this locked room and it was his office.
No more locked door.
So I didn't know it, but it was locked because he had guns. So at one point the lawyer was like, "Yo, can you take the guns out of there? Because like they're guns." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm white. I'll handle a gun, no problem. Here's my fingerprints." Like it was cool. So I moved the guns, and when I went in the room, when I walked in, there was like
The thing.
a whole wall was a Nazi flag, like a huge ass Nazi flag. So yeah, my just so you guys know, I'm Polish. No big deal.
I would have burned his house down
Well,
on
bro,
accident.
the house was too nice. Yeah, on accident.
He has
I
insurance.
in Minecraft, not for real. Burned his house down in Minecraft. Um, so legally, I can't really talk about what happened next, but I can tell you at one point I had like a moment where I had like the devil and the angel on my shoulder. You know what I'm talking about? And like the angel is like, just ignore him. He's an old man. Like he's just a horny pervert who's been in the closet his whole life. But like the devil was like whispering in my ear, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And he was telling me that there's like 6 million of my Polish relatives that tell me I should skull fuck this guy to death.
Bruh.
But legally,
I don't
I
even
can't talk about what happened
I
next.
don't even know how I would react to that. The first thing he said to you, which I'm glad my brain forgot it. I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, now I remember it. He said, "There's nothing like pleasure in a man," or something
Yeah,
like that.
the greatest
I
pleasure in life is pleasure in another
I
man,
probably
bro.
wouldn't even ask him what he said.
But anyway,
Did
he
you get
died.
paid?
He died. I was only there for 8 days. He died.
He died in the eighth day.
Eighth day, 8 days. Now, you know what they say. On the eighth day, God killed a Nazi.
Shit. Good shit, God.
I got paid 4K for that too. Like it was crazy. They wrote me a check for
That's
$4,000.
bro. I don't know how I react. See, that's the thing,
What?
right? And if you would have punched him and he would have had a heart attack and died, you'd charged with murder, right?
Yeah.
See,
Well,
I would have
he did
fucked
have a
up.
heart attack too. That's crazy you say
I would
that.
have fucked up.
Well, and the reason there's a whole other part about it, but like I actually can't talk about that on here, but I'll tell you after. It's actually kind of crazy. He yeah, it was wild. They signed me a check for 4K or yeah 4K, and it was 8 days of work. Craziest experience of my life. But they didn't make me sign an NDA, which was even doper because now as long as I don't say his name, it's like the best stand-up bit ever.
It is a great stand up bit, but are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine, bro.
Cause
I'm
that, but
fine.
I would have messed up. I would have messed up big time.
What do you mean,
I
bro?
would have hit him so hard.
I saw a Nazi die.
Oh,
It was cool. It's a moment every Polish person should experience. This episode of the Linden Project is brought to you by Linden Forever. Linden Forever is a clothing brand created and designed by Jeffrey Ill. There are a ton of different designs and colors available. My favorite one happens to be this one. It reminds me of like the old PS2 logo. You can get it in just about any color you want. Personally, I like the classic white tee look the best. There are even things like water bottles or mugs available for you to buy, so no more fighting over those Stanleys in Target. And of course, there are things like hats and other accessories too. There's even a little something for the ladies. So make sure you check out lindenforever.com and help support the creative minds that come from our small corner of the world. Look, it only took one episode with you here. You got us canceled, bro. We're there.
I didn't say anything. I just laughed. You can't.
We're
They can't
there.
cancel you
Hold
for
on.
that.
Wait, we have something for this?
Awesome!
Nope, that wasn't the one.
It is
Cut
awesome.
that shit out. What the fuck?
I feel like it is awesome to get canceled.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah, I saw
people strive to get canceled
I saw a
nowadays.
thing today where it was like oh, what's his name? What's that rapper who only makes one song? The Baby. The Baby. They were like, "Oh, he uncanceled himself."
Mm-mm. Um,
What did he get canceled for? What did he do?
I don't remember. See, that's the thing with canceling. Like, I
I don't
never
even
remember what
remember,
people get
bro.
canceled for unless it involves like beating a woman or kids or something like
Yeah.
that, like something along those lines. I never remember what it was because always, never. I
It
don't
helps
know.
me when
It's
people
always
make a
something.
song about it. If they mention it in songs, I'll remember what that person did forever.
It's usually that's just them saying something stupid too. That like this stuff you say around your homies, and then the stuff you
Yeah,
don't.
you don't say on an
You don't
interview
say,
with
oh,
TMZ.
I think he did a concert and he just said something crazy. I don't remember what he said,
Bro,
but
that's what
like
I'm
he just
saying.
went said something stupidly crazy.
I respect people who like do concerts and stuff because like obviously doing this like there's a possibility for a lot of people to see it, but like I can edit this. Like doing a concert is crazy because if you put me in front of 30,000 people and hand me a microphone, like that's a lot of power.
I'm gonna be like, all right, so and
I'm
you're
gonna
getting
say some
paid
fuck
for it.
shit.
30,000 people, you getting paid a lot of money for. I'm gonna be high as shit off like weed, but like I'm gonna be high. I might have a couple shots in me. I might say something crazy too.
What
I'd probably get sued. Like
think
that's why I don't rap.
think about what would happen, bro. Like think about like 500, 1,000 years ago. If you could take somebody and be like, yeah, you can talk to 30,000 people at once in the future, they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking
They'd
about?
probably kill him for saying something so
Yeah, like
crazy.
that would be inconceivable to them. Like 30,000 people, like, you know what I mean? I think I looked this up one time, and the biggest gathering of people ever, like in one place, was some religious thing in Africa. I feel like I don't want to just talk about it when I don't really know what I'm talking about. But it was like a spiritual gathering of people who went to like bathe in some river or something, and there was like 10 million people in one place, like along the coast of one river, like 10 million people.
That'd be a lot of fights.
There must have been, but it's just like crazy to think about. Like, what if somebody could like speak or perform there, like just 10 million people? That's how I feel when when you see that clip. Is it Nas who like walks on stage and you literally it's just
It was
people as far as you can see.
it was DMX. I think
DMX,
yeah.
yes, that's who
They
it is.
say it was
See,
like
this
a
is why I
whole.
need you.
It looked like a whole continent of people.
Bro, yeah, he walks out there and it's literally like an unfathomable amount of people. Like there's just so many people there, and it's crazy that like they all paid to be there, and it's just to see somebody come out and like realistically talking to a microphone.
Yep. Yep. Sing some hits though.
Oh,
Nowadays,
some
then
bangers,
nowadays it
some
just
bangers.
nowadays it just talking in the microphones though. That's what gets people canceled though. They say some crazy and like they forget there's cameras. There's a camera everywhere you go when you're famous, so
Facts.
they're gonna clip anything you say, even if it's out of context. They're still gonna get you.
Well, and a lot of times for people who are like really, really famous, it's like people are trying to get you to say some shit.
That's
Because
the whole point.
if they get
Yeah,
you to say some shit, they're like, now I just got the scoop and I'm gonna sell it for $1 million. Like
that's what
it's so
everything is.
crazy.
Anybody with a camera now, they want you to say something
Yeah.
outlandish, and it's like, for what, bro? Just have a good conversation.
Yeah, you don't need to catch me saying something out of pocket.
Not like if you get Drake or Kendrick, you gotta ask Kendrick why he ain't dropped.
Oh man. Okay, so I have not kept up with this at all.
I I do. I did on that.
Well,
Well, so the
so
Drake diss I did, but like when the album dropped, like the We Don't Trust You original album, I was like, I ain't gonna listen to that because
well, I
for
didn't
one, I
keep
just
up,
don't
so you
listen.
could explain it to me here
I mean,
for content.
I mean, so in a nutshell, Kendrick dissed the big three. Well, he said, "Motherfuck the big three. It's just Big Me." And
Talking about what? Him,
him,
Cole, and Drake? Okay.
yeah. And J. Cole dissed him back on he dropped a surprise album, dissed him back, and then apologized at Dreamville, and then deleted the song off Apple.
Yes, I remember hearing about
And
that.
then a Drake one leaked. I say
Mhm.
leaked because personally, I think he went the old school route and went to a DJ
Mhm.
and let him leak it, get it out there, and now it's on all the streaming platforms. But now everybody's waiting for Kendrick to drop. So this morning or last night, I don't know. I woke up, didn't get the crust on my eyes yet because it's 4:20. I was like, oh, woke up at 6:30. Go on Instagram, scrolling. I see Drake. He posts a song, and it's called Taylor something like Taylor Swift, but it's not called Taylor Swift. It's Taylor something freestyle. First two verses is
Oh, it's
Tupac.
tailor made, I think.
Taylor made
Yeah.
freestyle. Yep. First verse is Tupac AI. Second verse is Snoop Dogg AI. Third verse is Drake. The first two verses is kind of them telling like, "Come on, Kendrick, you gotta diss him back," and they're giving him things. He kind of took the 8 Mile route where you're giving them, you're
Oh,
saying what he might say about
I
you,
know everything you're gonna say
and then
about me.
when Drake rapped, and like he did that little like talking flow, but it's like he's not really. It's not I don't think it's a diss track. They're saying it's a second diss. It's not. It's just he's telling him, "Come on," and he's also telling him what he's gonna say. So
See,
like
my
he's kind
whole
of taking the shock because Kendrick Kendrick is an amazing lyricist. He's one of the greatest rappers we've ever seen, right? My thing with Kendrick is, when he did Control back in the day, he does it, but he doesn't do it in a way where it's like a real, like it's a diss, but it's like it's not like a battle yet. It's like I don't know what it is. It's more like shock value because he says your name. Like on the
yeah.
last one, he didn't say no names, but on Control, he said a bunch of names. It's shock value, and it's a good verse. They're good verses, but they're not like everything Kendrick said about Drake on the first like call out that he just did. Drake basically rebutted everything on his latest diss track, like his first diss track to Kendrick. He rebutted everything and then added something to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah. I was gonna say the thing that I really took away from it was like Kendrick's felt so subtle. Like what he said about Drake and like J. Cole, it was like one or two lines really. Like the rest of it just kind of felt like he was saying shit to build up to him being like fuck the big three or whatever.
yeah, that's what it was. That's what
Yeah.
Control was too. That's what
Okay.
he does.
Okay.
I think he for you
It's not as direct as look at when Drake did the whole thing
he
with
did he also said like Prince I live Mike Jack where like Drake calls himself Michael
oh,
Jackson.
okay, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Prince lived longer than Michael
But
Jackson.
Drake rebutted that too. So like that's the thing. It's like, all right, Kendrick, in my opinion, he's a like I said, great lyricist. But like, does he battle? Does because we've seen Drake do it a lot, and people don't know like Drake has ended a career. Drake ended a career before his own career got started. A guy named Aristo dissed him. He dissed him back, and like you guys can go look this up on YouTube. Song's crazy. He disses him, and like you never heard of the guy Aristo ever again. Like
I was gonna say I've never heard that name.
But he went at it with Meek, and like
The me
he
I
won the
was
Meek one.
I
Like
was gonna
Pusha T, he
say,
lost it. I'll say he lost. He definitely lost Pusha T. He
yeah.
definitely lost it.
Well, the reason I feel like he lost it with Pusha T is because once Pusha T
There's nothing else to rap about.
when he dropped the fact that Drake was like hiding his kid,
Yeah, there's nothing else
that
to rap
everybody
about.
was like, "Oh, we don't give a fuck about anything else.
Even if it
This is
wasn't,
what we want to know."
even if it wasn't true, right? There's nothing else to rap. There's nothing else you can rap about now.
Yeah.
Like Drake, for me, like if I'm Drake, I want to fight. I want to fight you. Why'd you just do
Yeah,
that?
you exposed my kid, bro.
And if
That's
it's like and
crazy.
if it's the way that Drake said it happened, where like he let Kanye hear a song where he talks about it, and then Kanye
Told
and
Pusha.
Push is saying it was from a girl that Drake OVO 40 or somebody was with, and I'm like, I don't know. The Kanye one sounds a little bit more believable than some
That
random chick that he was with you.
yeah.
Like I don't know. It could be either way, but like I
Sometimes
would
I
want to fight.
sometimes I feel like Kanye is like whenever there's like a beef like that, Kanye's somewhere in the background like
Kanye is gonna do so. The song that Kendrick did, he's gonna do a remix and he's gonna diss J Cole and Drake. But
What,
Kanye been
dude?
just dissing Drake forever.
Yeah, he does.
Drake definitely smashed Kim Kardashian while they was together. Had to be while they was together. All these beefs are over women.
Yeah.
It's
I
all
mean,
over women. Like
every beef in history is over
it's
women,
crazy.
basically.
You gonna beef folk? I can't. I don't even want to
Yep,
say
yep, yeah. Stop yourself there. Save yourself now.
Like, if he has sex with your girlfriend, that's not your girlfriend no more.
No. Yeah, it's like don't be mad at the guy. Like you're not. It's not like
You shouldn't even be mad at
well,
anybody.
yeah,
You should be mad at yourself. I mean, nah, don't be mad at yourself either. Just go. You should be happy. You just figured something out.
yeah. You are done wasting time with that person.
You just realized something, so
That's
you're
always
good.
the craziest thing to me. Like when somebody gets cheated on, they're like, "I'm gonna fight the dude you cheated on me with." Like, why? You don't even know that guy most
Now,
of the time.
if all right, so like
If it's in my, if it's
if you
there's
walk in,
yeah.
I
Well,
might.
that's like a knee jerk reaction, you know. I'm talking about the people who like find out, like they check their girl's phone and they're like, "I'm gonna go find Jamal and I'm gonna tell him what's what." You know
Don't
what I
check
mean?
phones, guys.
Yeah, just don't do it. Save
Don't
yourself.
check phones.
It ruins so many
I hate
things.
that. I hate the whole checking phone thing.
I mean, to be fair though, like
My phone boring anyways, but
yeah,
like I
facts,
hate the whole
bro.
checking phones thing.
My,
But
sometimes like my girlfriend knows my passcode. Sometimes she'll like pick up my phone and look at it and she'll be like, "There's nothing here. Like what the fuck?" And I'm like, "Oh, you want drama?"
yeah, there's nothing now. I'm looking up basketball scores.
Facts. She just sees like who who had the most points in 1983.
I'm on StatMuse all day.
Yeah.
And the real app with all the sports stuff on it.
Or realistically, it's just me looking up how to beat parts in video games that I can't beat.
It's
Like,
more yeah.
how do you beat level 7? What the
I
fuck's
used to
going
do
on
that.
here?
I can't play video games. I got no patience. I beat Spider-Man though, the last Spider-Man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I
I
beat
didn't play
that.
that one.
That
I
game's
heard that game
fire.
was good.
That game is fire, and I hate video games. I play
For real?
GTA every night. Yeah, I hate video games. I don't
You
have
actually didn't
attention
even
span for
you
it.
didn't even really like video games when we were young.
Nah. So I think it was because I just couldn't afford them. But then when I got them, I was like, I don't even like this.
The only game I remember you really being into was like Madden.
Yeah,
I remember we
it
had
was
some
simple,
serious Madden games.
simple game.
Yeah.
Everything
Well,
started
it's just
getting
football.
difficult. I like 2K sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's been
2K,
trash.
2K's trash.
No, I said it's been trash. I wasn't gonna say
It is, bro. We're already at
get
like
you stretching, cause
we're at like an hour and 20. I could talk for another hour and 20 about 2K alone. Like I hate 2K so much that I did actual research into the code of the game to figure out why it was so bad and I literally know. I could tell you right now. It's great. And that's how 2K works.
it's too much.
Yep.
It's way too much.
That's how much I loved 2K that when I realized what was going on, I was like, "Bro, something is wrong here." I watched like probably like 10 hours of videos of people looking into it and explaining how the code works. And that's how 2K works.
Not my cup of tea. See, here's the thing though. I get every new 2K. I play it, and I suck at it. Stop playing it. I always say this is gonna be my year, and then it's not.
It's never, yeah, bro, that's
It's
the
like a New
thing.
Year's resolution.
And the craziest part is if you watch the people who are really good at 2K play 2K, it doesn't even look like basketball.
It doesn't. It looks crazy. Like
It
when
looks
you join them
crazy.
and you start playing against them, and you're like, "Yo, what is
And they're
going
doing like
on?"
80 dribble moves in a row and then a spin, pull back, fade away jumper from half court, and they
Yeah, I go
swish it
to the
every time.
animation store and I can't find none of that.
Yeah, you're like, yo, where's the 360 between the legs jump shot from half court? Where's that?
I just learned how to get like this on this 2K. I just learned how to like get the specialty dunks and do them. I was in a dunk contest. I won the 3-point contest. I was averaging like 90 points a game. My player though,
Bro, I see.
but
I
that is
know,
trash.
I know people who like do the my player, and like that's the only thing that I play is my player. I literally hate. So you might not even know this either. On PC, it's totally different than on console. So like, what console do you play on?
PS5.
PS5. Okay, so you have like in career mode, there's like a storyline, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
But like on the latest one, it's not really a storyline no
not
more.
really. Yeah, there's like usually they do like a brief thing in the beginning and then you just play.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like weird interactions you can have with other players and stuff, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So on PC, the newest NBA, I have it. I have it right here on this computer. Um, the storyline for career mode is congratulations, you're going to the NBA. Pick what team you want to play for. There is no draft. You pick the team. You
That's how
are
this one was.
you're a starter immediately, and you are a 60 overall.
Yeah, I think so. I think it might be that way universally now
Oh,
because
really?
I think that's what they changed about it. Instead of you having to go through the combine and all that stuff,
That's crazy. I
and I
think that
was
was the best
looking for a way
part.
to change it because I like the combine.
That's the best part,
That's
dude.
why I can't wait for the college game to come out.
Oh, they're doing college basketball?
Nah, football. They're
Oh,
definitely doing
football. Yes,
football. I
yes,
don't
yes,
know if
yes,
they're
yes,
doing
yes.
basketball. I
I
used to
did
like playing in
know.
high school though in the college football games. You play like your last year of high school. You play like a tournament.
Yeah. Yeah. The It's so crazy because if you go back to like 2K10, like 2010, all of the sports games like were way too realistic. Like it was genuinely hard to like get out of the minor leagues. Like I used to play MLB The Show, and I remember in MLB The Show 2012, I want to say, it was like so hard to make it to the MLB. And then like when I got a character that finally made it to the MLB, I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." And like did had a bad first year, and then the team was like, "All right, you're cut." And then it was like, "Yeah, no team wants you." And I was like, what?" And it's like, "Yeah, your career's over."
Oh,
I was like, "God damn!"
I
Like,
remember I played a lot. I played one of the UFC so long they made me retire. I
yeah,
was like, whoa, this is a thing. What
get
the
out of
hell?
here, get out of here,
But I
cat.
was winning
Get
every
out of here.
title. I kept moving up,
Yep,
moving
yeah.
down, moving up. I think I won everything up, and it was like, all
I
right, bro, retire.
on UFC 3, I think. I don't know, whichever one's not the newest one, but the one before it, maybe 4. I think it's 4. On this PS4, I beat like the whole career mode, like on the hardest difficulty, where like you can't restart the match. Um, and you like there's a whole bunch of restrictions. You can't restart the match. You can't deny opponents and stuff. And I beat it on legendary difficulty, undefeated, and finished everybody. I love those fucking games.
Oh, I could never submit nobody, but I would always knock them out. I had a
The ground
crazy like
game's so
spinning
hard.
back kick that would just take
Yeah,
everybody
bro.
out. You hit them with like a couple jabs,
And then you hit him with the spinning
yeah,
kick.
they're done. They're
Yep, you
done.
kill him.
Knock them the hell out. Or like the I don't know what I don't know.
Front kicks.
Yeah,
Yep, front
but
kicks.
like the fake one, and then you really kick them in the face or something like that.
Yep,
You fake the
bro.
body, kick them in the head.
Do you watch
Out.
UFC at all?
Yeah, I watched those fights, bro. It was crazy.
You watch 300?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh.
So I didn't watch a lot if I fell asleep. Like I'm gonna try to stay up tonight to watch the Ryan Garcia fight, but I'm probably gonna fall asleep
Oh
because
wait, that's tonight.
yeah, they don't be coming on till like 1 damn morning too.
Damn, I didn't know that was tonight.
So yeah, it happens to me every time. I usually watch every undercard fight and then fall asleep before the main event. But for like UFC, I was out like a light early, and I woke up in the middle of the night, watched them. Well, I didn't watch them, but I watched the highlights. I was like,
Yeah, they
oh.
were in late too because there was 3 5-round fights. They
When I
didn't.
when I woke up, they was on the press conferences when Dana was giving out the bonuses.
Yeah. Oh, so you didn't even see the Max Holloway thing in real time?
Nope, seen it. I seen it, but I didn't see it in real time. Nope. I
Like,
never get. Yo, I'm telling you, they're too late.
well, yeah, no.
Ah,
Starting at 10 is crazy.
let me check what time the Ryan Garcia one started because it's probably already going on. Because it's
Oh, the
10:38, and they
card.
might have started at like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Honestly,
The crazy thing about the Max Holloway thing is because of the knockout at the end, he didn't. They didn't really talk about the fact that he broke his nose at the end of the first
who
round.
broke his nose? Ryan
Max
Max
Holloway
Holloway.
kicked
Oh
his nose
shit!
across his face. It was crazy.
Kicked his nose across his face.
I totally forget what we were talking about. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't have a clue either.
Yep.
We would probably talk. Will we talk about like rap, like Kendrick,
Oh
Drake,
yeah, that
Chris
whole beef and
Brown,
everything.
Quavo?
Oh yeah, bro, that was crazy. I actually listened to the Chris Brown one. That shit was wild. I didn't even know. Like, I will admit, I didn't even know Chris Brown was
For
like
real?
that.
Oh yeah, he been like that. He always can rap. He always can rap. See the thing is right now the singers they're up 2-0 because
Oh, Drake and Chris
Drake
Brown.
beat Meek Mill. I mean, no, I guess you could say 2-1 because Drake lost to Pusha, but
Yeah.
they up 2-1 or 2-0 depending on how you look at it.
I like want to like Pusha T's music so much, but then every song is about the same thing,
Yeah,
and it's like I can't relate to you selling coke or crack or whatever. Both.
I mean like he could rap too. That's the crazy
He
part.
can
It mainly is one subject though. That's
uh,
how it is though. That's how rap is right now. Rap is all about one thing.
find your niche.
I guess everybody's niche is the same thing though.
Oh boy. Yeah, not everybody's niche is do drugs. That's it.
Yeah, tons of them.
Yeah, you gotta do whatever you can, bro. The people who The people who like are always talking about like popping perks and shit. That shit's so scary to me,
because they're
bro.
all fake.
I
Most
took
of them are fake nowadays.
I hurt my back when I was like in high school. I like tore a muscle in my back, and they gave me Vicodin. Bro, I took one of them and was like, never again. Don't
I
want to do
had
that.
gotten a tooth pulled when I was younger. I think a wisdom tooth. They gave me oxycodone, which is like basically perks.
What the
I
fuck,
did that and I smoked a blunt. I forgot because you take it because you don't want the pain to be there. You ain't thinking that you're gonna get high. Bro, I
hmm
smoked the blunt and I was stuck on stupid.
bro?
Like,
No joke. I remember I took the Vicodin, and then I went out with my boys, and we smoked like I was smoking like crazy at this time too, but because I hurt my back and I was like on the Vicodin, I hadn't smoked, so we smoked one blunt, and I literally was like, bro, I need to get out of the car like right now, and he was driving a minivan at the time, and we were in an apartment complex like out in Saugus. So I just randomly like we're parked like right near like a fucking like a common area of this apartment complex. I get out of the side of a minivan, smoke's pouring out of it, and I stand next to it, and I had like a full on junk box moment where like I was standing there, and then all of a sudden, bro, like I was looking at the sky, and then when I like realized what was going on, I was holding on to the door of the van and was just like Matrix, like Neo leaning back, like knees at a 90-degree angle. And then like I pulled myself back up and was like, I need to go home.
yeah, I've
Uh,
been there.
I need to go home right now. Bring me
Right?
home.
That's what the fishbowl would do to you.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
Do you
fishbowling back in the day in cars was
remember
not
Malden
it.
Gardens?
Malden Gardens. Yeah.
The Rolls Royce?
Oh, the bruh. You went there too?
Everybody in Malden went there. If you smoked weed in Malden, you smoked weed in that Rolls Royce.
What? I thought that was a high school thing. Oh no, we went
No.
there. We went there with your kids too. Bro, I
Yeah,
think it was
bro.
there. I got caught there by like I forgot. I think like the security guard in high school.
Me too.
He thought I was having sex in the car. Me and this girl was smoking a blunt.
Yep.
It was like I was selling her some weed.
One time one time I smoked in there with you'll probably know all the people actually. I don't want to drop names. She went to BB.
Fuck BB.
Fuck BB. Yeah, it's always fuck BB. Whatever, but it was me,
I
them,
love BB. I had some good friends at BB. But when we played sports, I did not like. I nah.
bro. Why did middle school sports feel like a gang war? I don't understand.
Because it was we I don't know. It was cool though.
Yeah, it was.
It was cool
I
though.
remember it was so funny because like everybody thought our school was like just a bunch of nerds, and then I remember when we would show up to like the sports and stuff, people would be like, "Yo, who are all these like hood kids from Linden? Like, what's going on?" And it's like, no, 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 this is the sports team. We get these kids from the project, so you should know by now.
Yeah.
Because people got bussed from all over the city to go to Linden.
I mean, I came from right outside, right around the corner.
Me too. I just like lived.
I went to Salemwood first though. I got kicked out of Salemwood.
Really? Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, I flipped the Miss Lambert. She was the principal. I flipped her desk, and like not on her, but she was in the room.
I
And
thought
they
you
tried to say I
came.
flipped it on her, and then
Oh,
she know I ain't flipped that shit on her.
I thought you came from Lynn right to
Nah, I
Linden.
came from Lynn. That I know that's actually a bar that I wrote back in the day. But like Linden to Salemwood, 'cause it was summertime. I came out here like July 17th, 07. So like it was summertime. I
Damn.
went to Salemwood, got kicked out. My first day at Linden was Halloween, October
Oh
thirty
wow.
first. Shaving cream fight. I didn't know nobody in there. I had a shaving cream fight with everybody. I knew like a couple people that lived around the way, but
W-
nobody really.
And you came. What was that? Sixth grade?
Yeah, I didn't meet you yet either. I met
No.
Junior because I almost fought him.
Yep.
And then
That's
he
how
came to
everybody
my
meets
house. He
Junior.
came to my house and was like, "Yo, I like you, bro." And then he was like, "You trying to go break some windows?"
Yep.
And
That's
I was
how.
like, "Yeah." We went and broke
That's
some
how.
windows. And he was like, "You want to go to the movies?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Let's go see if Mike want to come." And we went and got. You couldn't come out, I don't think, or you weren't home, something like that. And then Kevin we went and got Kevin. That's how
Yeah, dude.
that
It
little
was
crew got
crazy.
formed back in the day.
So I met Junior in second grade. He came to our school in second grade, and literally the first day he was in my class, and they were like, "Mike, you show this kid around school. You teach him what's what." And I was like, "All right, whatever," which was so crazy because I was like a sheltered little white kid then.
They ain't had nobody show me shit. It
Well,
was
you
like
came in sixth
figure it
grade, bro.
out.
Like, fuck it. They were
True,
like,
true.
you came from Salemwood too. We know you're a problem
I was
already.
only in Salemwood. Think about it. School starts in August, September, October. I was only in
That's
school for a month
that doesn't
at
help your case.
Salemwood
That
at
does.
all. I mean, but the thing that made me mad about Salemwood was because I almost got into a fight with a dude. I forgot his name with a kid, and they didn't let me fight him. They brought me to the office. I don't know if they ever took him to the office, and I got mad and flipped her desk because I was the only one in trouble for it, and I got kicked out for that because
Yeah,
they
that's
tried to
whack.
say like it was close to her, so it like the draw hit her thigh. I'm like, what?
Of
I don't
course.
even think it did, but yeah, it was funny. It
But
was
yeah,
funny.
no, I remember they told me I had to like show him around the school, and then like whatever, I was a sheltered little white kid. He was junior, and I think like after like a week, I was like, "Yo, you want to like come over to my house or something, man?" And he came to my house, and then like we were friends from like second grade until like literally like eighth grade until he left to go. I think he went to Florida or something.
He left to Florida and came back talking like a Floridian too. It
Yeah,
was hilarious.
yeah,
He
dude.
had a whole accent. I was like,
He
what the
it's
hell?
so crazy because like I haven't talked to him in years, but he is like he was one of like the funniest people I knew back then too. I remember him being so funny.
I remember funniest thing I ever seen happen. Yo, there was a tree. It's the tree still there. There's a tree outside my house, my house in Linden. He climbed up the tree. We all used to climb up the tree. He climbed the tree. The branch broke. He fell out the tree, broke his wrist. His mom came down and said, "Boy, your leg ain't broken. Why the hell is you on the floor for? Get the hell up and let's go." I
Yep.
was like, and he's on the floor crying with a broke. His wrist is broken. Like
Yeah,
you could
like
see,
broken. I
it's
remember
broken.
that.
It's
Yeah.
in half, like it's
Yeah.
hanging. I'm like,
I
yo,
remember not being there, and I remember the next day in school or some no, was that over the summer?
nah, it was during the school year.
Because I remember like the next day I came in and I was like, oh, like yeah, I didn't hang out with you guys or whatever yesterday, and you were like, yeah, Junior broke his fucking wrist. I was like, what?
It was hilarious.
Yeah,
He was mad at me. He wanted to fight me because I laughed. I couldn't help it. It was funny.
that's funny as fuck.
Bro. It was
That's
hilarious. And the next day he was in the tree again. Well, not the next day, but whenever
yeah,
he came back with
dude.
the cast on, he was in the tree.
Yeah,
So
he's the epitome of like not giving a fuck.
nope,
Respect the shit out of that. He doesn't give a fuck about nothing.
he was cooked. Kevin
Yeah,
was cooked too. Shout out to Kevin. That was a cooked kid. First time I met him, he tried to choke me out.
same.
I ended up flipping him over my back. I was like, who chokes somebody out when you first meet? Tries to choke somebody out when you first meet him. I wasn't going for that, but
My
like, why would you? Who does
I,
that?
my funniest memory of Kevin is well, two of them. I mean, it was the first time like he would all. I remember he would always like make fun of me or whatever. And we had like some stupid plan that we were gonna go fight somebody or something. And Kevin was like, I don't know if Mike can fight. He was like, you got Mike, you gotta punch my arm. And I remember I punched his arm, and he like looked at me with like these huge eyes, and he was like, oh, no, you're straight, you're straight.
I've had somebody tell me that. I think I was gonna fight somebody. Yeah. Oh, it was Jeff. It was Jeff.
Oh yeah, probably.
It was Jeff. He was like, punch me in my arm.
He's like, all right, no, you're
Weird
good.
guys.
Um, and then I remember the time he like tackled me on the tracks in the middle of the winter. Remember?
Kevin?
Yeah, remember me and you, bro. Fucking, he called me because I was the only one with a fucking cell phone or something, and he called me and he was like, "Yo, are you with CJ?" And I was like, "No," or something like that. I remember I told him I wasn't with you, and then like hours later, we were walking down the tracks and he came like running out of nowhere and just like tackled me on the ground, and then he just like immediately let me up and then just started hanging out with us.
He was a psychopath, bro. That was
Yeah.
my guy though.
Yeah, for real. He was always around. That was like the crew right there for years.
Kevin B. Kevin Jr. I
Yeah.
was the normal one. So everybody knows. Especially if they watch it.
Yeah.
Y'all know I was normal.
You can't deny it.
Ah, hell no. I was chilling.
Yo, do you remember you remember the time all the cops fucking came to you remember that? And bro, yo, that was the minute I knew like everything that like people talked about like as far as like cops and stuff was true because they pulled up to that crib. I'm the only white male there, and the first thing they did was say, "You, come here, boy." I remember that so vividly. And the craziest part was I was coming from my house. I walked over there from my crib to meet up with all y'all, and I had weed in my sock. And they pulled me away immediately. They were like, "You come here." And it was fucking it was I don't know if I want to say his name. He like he knew me because he coached me in baseball, and he like pulled me aside immediately. And for some reason, in my fucking like child brain, I was like, he knows I have weed in my sock. Like he can smell the weed in my sock. That's why he pulled me over here. And I just remember him immediately pulling me aside and me being like, "Yeah, whatever you think happened didn't happen. We're just hanging out." Like we were just all cool. And then they immediately were like, okay.
They didn't believe it though.
No, of course not. I'm sure they said something different to you. But I
Oh
just
my
remember me
god.
being like, yeah, no,
What?
I don't
We
know what
had
the
to
fuck you're
stay
talking
there
about.
until her mom came home.
I remember that, her mom
And
being
they told her
crazy.
mom that she had us in the house. We wasn't in the house. We was in
Yeah, we were sitting on the porch.
but like, so somebody, I'm not saying neither of their names.
Mhm.
Somebody was on the stairs dry humping, and her little brother called the cops and said they were, yeah, someone and someone,
Oh, I
right?
remember.
That's what was
I
going like, and like
remember.
the door was wide open, so like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
I
they were like, cause it
remember.
started with they were like grinding, but like they was some nasty motherfuckers. So,
Yeah, we were getting crazy.
and from that day on, her mom hated the girl because she's like, nah, you was trying to get fucked in my hallway. I was like, whoa, wasn't true though. It was dry humping because
Innocent dry
we
humping.
didn't we didn't know what to do at that point in time, so we
Yeah,
probably wouldn't have been able to.
dude, that's
And they came because they thought it was the R word. That's what
yeah.
the little brother was mad young and like stupid though. But like he said it was the R word.
Yo, you know what
And that's why they came with mad cars.
yes,
And
they
we're
pulled
like, yo,
up
we're
like
12,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah,
We're
they pulled
not.
up like four. I remember it was two cruisers on both sides. They shut the whole street down. They were like, whoop, all
Bugged
at
me
once.
out. I was like, yo, and the funniest thing, me and Junior, we didn't get arrested. We got like handcuffed, taken home. We had just broke some windows on some trucks, like probably the night before or the 2 nights before
Oh
that.
yeah,
Because when I was coming up there,
by the
I hadn't,
McDonald's, right?
yeah, because it
Yep.
was me, Kevin, and Junior. But like, yo, bro, Kevin hid
Oh,
under a car. When the cops came, he dove under a car.
featuring Benji again.
I'm getting handcuffed. I'm looking at Kevin dead in his eyes under the car. He got away. So I hadn't.
They
We meet.
didn't catch him.
Yeah. So my first time seeing him again was right then. And 10 minutes later, the cops come again. I'm
Damn.
thinking the cops are here for Kevin
Like
because
damn.
like I don't know. I'm like in my head, I'm so paranoid. I'm like, yo, they followed me home, even though they took us home, dropped us off at home. Like they literally took us home
Yeah.
and told our
You're
parents
like, yo,
that we.
they know I was with
Yeah,
him, and now
they
they
took us
know.
home and told our parents that there might be a summons for us to court if the people whose trucks that we broke
Wanted
was,
to press
but the
charges.
trucks had ended up being like abandoned trucks or something like that.
Yeah, they were there for fucking years.
Yeah, they were
I
there
remember
forever,
that.
bro. They might honestly still be. The windows never broke, by the way.
Yeah, no, you
That's
threw the
probably why we didn't
fucking.
get in trouble. We
I
threw mad bricks at them, but
I
the
just
windows wouldn't break.
I distinctly remember you guys coming like the next day or whatever when I got there. You guys were like, "Yeah, we threw so many bricks at the window and it never broke."
They would not shatter.
But the cops were saying we were breaking windows, but we couldn't
No,
break
I
them
think that's why they didn't really arrest us. They just took us home as
because you couldn't
badass
break
kids.
them.
Yeah, they took us to our parents.
You goddamn kids.
Like it was hilarious. So that the next time I see them, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm so paranoid. Oh my god, they knew there was 3 kids. They couldn't because they was like, where's the third one at? Where's your third one
damn,
at? We're like,
Denver
what?
won.
We're like, what? Oh yeah,
Damn.
Lakers was up 12 points, by the way. When this comes out, though, the Lakers might be down 2-0. So
Yeah, who knows?
this has been another episode of Linden Project with a fellow from the Linden Projects.
Fuck yeah, we had CJ781 on here. I'm Michael Bobby as always. And we'll see you next time.
Happy 420.